Good morning from Radford Semele. And here we are on a glorious morning, beginning of September, and we're waiting for some special guests to join us for a little cruise to the pub. I'm looking forward to this because we'll have a lock crew, which is going to make the next 9 locks a lot easier. And here we have Lewis and friend Jess to spend the day on the boat with us. So hopefully they're my lock crew. Hope they're feeling strong. Okay, the water's full and the toilet is empty. And there's his crew member. First lock with Lewis's help, and we're going over this amazing, we're going under this amazing skew bridge which carries a disused railway, as many of them do sadly.
The bridge? Oh.
What a gorgeous day. Lovely scenery by these locks.
Oh, like a glove.
And it looks like Lewis is seeing if he can remember how to steer into a lock.
Not bad. Not bad if I say so myself.
Very good, yes, lost the touch.
Not bad.
And there ahead of us is the staircase. If you remember, a staircase is where the bottom gates of one lock form the top gates of the next. There's no separation between the locks. To go up that staircase, we will have to ensure that the top lock is full and the bottom lock is empty, so that we can empty the top lock into the bottom lock to allow us to move into the top lock, and we then fill the top lock and exit.
Well, yeah, I think it's just wear and tear sort of thing. Yeah. 2 boats coming down in this staircase. One's coming in next to me, the next one's moving over, and then we're going in that lock, going up, and then going down.
3-boat manoeuvre in the middle of the staircase. It has been done before. Yeah. There we go. Judith diagonally going across to the other side, and then the other boat's going to come into the lower 2 of the locks, and it's all going to be good. And that's efficient use of water in a staircase, even if it's a bit of a fact.
Oh, it's quite a long way up now, isn't it?
And here we are at Long Itchington, just a bridge down from the pub where me, Judith, Lewis and Jess are going to go for a Sunday dinner. So I'll see you later. A lovely scene as the sun sets over the canal. We had a very nice meal with Lewis and Jess, and now we're just going to watch the light fade before turning in. So we'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. We had a lovely day with Lewis and friend Jess yesterday, but what we didn't do is explore where we're moored. So we thought we'd take a day off from cruising and have a little walk around our local area, as we always like to do, of course. Judith's just spotted a blackberry. So let's go. So we'll leave the canal on this disused railway track, now one of the national cycle routes. Just detoured off the main path over this bridge, over what I think is the River Itchen, in this amazing, almost unspoilt river valley. Beautiful autumn colours. We are, of course, at the beginning of autumn, 3rd of September, or even the 4th. You get confused on a boat. Goodbye old railway line. We're now on the Millennium Way, walking out over this glorious open countryside. So we've been climbing uphill. Now we're on Ridgeway Lane, heading back down to the canal with these lovely views down into the valley. Still on Ridgeway Lane, walking past the immense earthworks of HS2, which is going to cross the canal near this point. Apparently there's going to be a massive viaduct, somebody told me in the pub. Old meets new. Here is the canal with Britain's latest major infrastructure project all around it. Here we have the village of Ufton on top of a hill with its pub and its church, neither of which we will be visiting because we're turning left to start the loop round to Long Itchington. And now it's out of Ufton towards Ufton Wood, where hopefully there's a shady spot for lunch. A shady spot for lunch. Perfect. Nice shady woodland for a change on this pretty hot day in early September. And all of a sudden we've come across a polo pitch. Don't think I've ever seen a polo pitch close up. There's a board here with chocker, which I think is what each round is called in polo. And here is the hill up to the bridge over the canal, which underscores how much of an embankment it's running on as it goes up these locks. And here we are in the village of Long Itchington, a place that is our temporary home. This village supports no less than 6 pubs, 3 in the canal and 3 in the village centre. So it'd be churlish not to try at least one of them. And here is Long Itchington Pond. Apparently it's been here for at least 100 years. And maybe very much longer. Some evidence suggests that it was a meeting place in medieval times when most of this area would have been waterlogged marshland. And a sight for sore eyes and thirsty lips is the Buck and Bell, a pub that's open on a Monday. Hallelujah. Cheers. Little footnote on our way back from the pub. is this Tudor house on this busy A road where Elizabeth I is said to have stayed. And here's another iconic building, Coalcraft boats, really good narrowboats. Morning, and it promises to be another glorious early autumn day. Slight mist in the air, and with some regret it's time to leave this mooring near Long Itchington and climb up yet more locks to the junction with the Oxford Canal at Napton. That's the plan today. Let's see how that goes. Time to get going, I think.
And we're off. Got lots of locks in front of us. About 12 at least. Big double locks, so that'll be fun. It's going to be a hot day. So we're getting going early. Here's the two boats. And here's the Cuttle Inn, where we were on Sunday. A nice beer garden. Just coming up to our first lock of the day, Itchington Bottom Lock. There's only one lock at Itchington.
What a pretty pub. The Blue Lias, named after the rock that this region used to be famous for. Same name as is given to the next flight of locks.
Lockside Cottage, 1799 it says on it. Oh God, that bridge looks too small for a car.
Stockton Locks, or the Blue Lias lock flight. 9 locks, 54 feet, and then a bit more cruising to do before 3 more locks and the junction. So a busy old day, and there's a boat coming down. Now that's good for us, because so far these locks have been against us. You've probably heard me say that before. Against us means that they're full when we want them to be empty, such as when we're going up, or empty when we want them to be full, such as when we're going down. So that means twice the work, because I've got to empty the lock before Judith can go in, and then I've got to fill it up again. Now if this lot have just come down, the locks may be for us, i.e. empty, which is what we want them to be. Fingers crossed. So we're nearly at the top, lock number 6. That's lock number 6, not 6 of the flight. And apparently this is the site of the Blue Lias Limeworks, which gives its name to the pub and the lock flight, etc. Not a lot of evidence of it now, is there? But that's what the book says.
It's Nelson's Wharf. I think it used to be Willow Wren Training, or maybe there is Willow Wren Training still here. I don't know. Oh, these look like little chalets where you can stay. Oh, for hire with hoses and some gin o'clock. Tiny little channel in the canal, and there was a boat just coming the other way. What are the chances? Tide beam. Oh, doggies. Good drying day today. Heading into Calcutta boats. There's diesel. And gas. Got Well, that was a short visit. As the diesel isn't here, despite being fine at the entrance to the marina. Apparently it's 2 locks up. So we need to come out the marina, go up the locks, and then get some diesel.
So after that abortive attempt to get diesel, we got 2 locks to do of the Calcut flight, which is 3 in total, and then we might get some diesel. And then it's 1 more lock, the Junction, and somewhere to moor. Judith taking sun precautions because the sun is pretty hot.
It's Wigrow's Turn Marina. And round we go, following this other boat. Nicely done. Now we're on the Oxford Canal. Which we would have gone left, which would take us home, along to Braunston and then home to Leicester. But there's a lock that's not available until the middle of September, so we've decided we'd go this way. We've not been this way for a long, long time. And it's very scenic. This is the site of an old brickworks. They used to extract clay from Napton Hill and then make bricks and then transport them on the canal. Here's Napton Hill, the windmill on the top. We're going to have a walk up there hopefully later.
Well, that was close. These moorings are clearly very popular, and we thought we weren't going to get moored. Not an ideal mooring, on a bit of a curve in the shade, but it's a mooring. And the next flight of locks is round that corner, and I didn't really fancy doing those and missing lunch, which is next on the agenda. See you later. So one of the reasons we've moored up here is that we've heard great things about Napton on the Hill, and in particular its shops that sell local produce and buffalo milk ice cream. So that's where we're going now to check that out. Here is Napton Post Office and Village Stores, where we've just bought some very nice homegrown produce, including buffalo ice cream and buffalo burgers, which we should look forward to eating very much. We'll probably see the buffalo tomorrow. And I think we ought to get this stuff back to the boat before it melts in this heat. Napton seems a pretty enough little village. We might explore later when it's cooler, but for now we're back to the boat. So having got the shopping, let's enjoy a pint in the shade at the Folly Inn. 13 or 14 locks, I think I deserve it.
Cheers. I've got old Hooky.
Shagweaver. Interesting name, but a very nice beer.
You've got a moustache.